Okay guys, so welcome to Pass on the Help, and today, as you might have guessed from the thumbnail, we are going to discuss what are the effects of the COVID-19 situation, the coronavirus lockdown that we are seeing around on your upfront medical examination. So before we get started, make sure you have subscribed to the channel because we will be getting more videos on this topic so that it helps every one of us. Okay, so let's start with the first point. So the first point is availability of the panel physicians. Most of the panel physicians have closed their offices. Almost like there are 4 panel physicians in my city where I stay. 3 out of these 4 panel physicians have closed their offices indeterminately, like they have no opening date available, or they are not even telling when they are going to open. So there will be less panel physicians to do your upfront medical examination. Now the only panel physician which was available in my city, I tried to book an appointment with him, but he was charging so high that I decided not to book with him, and I actually went with another panel physician who is at a different city. But since I have a car, I was able to book an appointment and travel there. Now let's discuss the second point, which is about the fees. Now those panel physicians who are open during this pandemic or lockdown, those panel physicians have hiked their fee. So you might have to do a little shopping here and there about which panel physician to go to for saving your money. Now I won't go much into the details of this because I have already made another video where we discussed how to save your money, time, and how can you select a list of panel physicians or shortlist the panel physicians in another video. The link to that video you can find above, so make sure you check that video as well. Okay, the third point that we are going to discuss is the availability of appointments. Now most of the panel physicians are closed. That is the reason that the appointments have been gone up on waiting list. Like if you have to book an appointment, you cannot really get an appointment immediately for today or tomorrow. Personally, I booked an appointment, and when I got the actual date for taking my physical examination, it was 10 days apart. So I had to book an appointment after 10 days for my upfront medical examination. If you are a single person, you might get a slot here and there, but if you are a family, you would like to have all of your appointments on the same day together, and that's when you might have to wait for some time. But nothing to worry about as such. The appointments are available. The only thing to worry is the wait time. But I think that should be fine, considering that once you do your upfront medical examination, the information sheet that you need to update for an ITA or any other purpose is issued to you within the same day or at the same moment. So you don't really need to worry about your upfront medical examination and availability of the appointments as such, but make sure you book it well in advance. Okay. So the fourth point that we are going to talk about, which most of us are worried, is like, is it really safe to do the upfront medical examination or even to go for an upfront medical examination? So let me tell you guys, this is a very safe thing to do, because the people or the coordinators at the upfront medical examination centers, they are taking utmost care of sanitizing the premises and being as much careful as they can. Now when you enter the premises, you will get to know what measures they are taking, but just to tell you my experience, they had arranged their chairs or the waiting room chairs in a musical chair pattern, so that no two persons can sit besides each other. Every chair adjacent to the another one is facing the wall. Okay, for families, they have a separate room. At least in my case, the panel physician where I went, there was a separate room for family, where you have like 2 kids with you. They used to make you wait in another room separately. So it was a very satisfying experience, I would say, in terms of sanity and safety. I did not had any worry whatsoever at all. Okay, the last point that we are going to talk about is make sure you have your debit card with you, because some of the panel physicians have stopped accepting cash. First of all, they only accept debit card or cash as a mode of payment for your upfront medical examination, but some of the panel physicians have stopped accepting cash. They are only accepting debit cards now. So make sure you ask your panel physician what is the mode of payment. To summarize everything, the points that we have discussed is the availability of physicians. Most of the panel physicians are closed. Second thing we discussed was that some of them those who are open have hiked their fees. Third thing is that the appointments are scarce, they are not readily available. A fourth point is you don't need to worry about the safety, and the last point was mode of payment. So make sure you keep the debit card with you. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you're subscribed to it. because we will be coming up with more videos like this. And make sure you pass the help, keep helping each other.